This might be the most delightful four favorites I've ever seen. All four of these movies are on my list of comfort movies. Your four favorites are School of Rock, What's Up Doc, Stop Making Sense, and The Apartment. You already saw a lot of the movies I wanted to recommend, but to my surprise, you didn't have Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny marked as watch. I think you'd enjoy this one because clearly you're a fan of comedies, and three of your favorites heavily revolve around music, and like School of Rock, it stars Jack Black. Speaking of which, High Fidelity is also a comedy involving music, and like School of Rock, Jack Black and Joan Cusack are in it. Plus, two of your favorites are romantic comedies, and this movie's about relationships. The Holiday is a romantic comedy like What's Up Doc. Like School of Rock, Jack Black is one of the stars, and it takes place around the holidays like The Apartment. Since all four of your favorites are on my list of comfort movies and music plays a prominent role in three of them, and two of them are romantic comedies, coincidentally, two of my personal go-to comfort movies happen to be musical romantic comedies, and those are The Young Girls of Rochefort and Funny Face. A few other feel-good, uplifting, and/or heartwarming movies involving music are Hearts Beat Loud, Wild Rose, and Blinded by the Light. I think Duck Soup is one of the funniest movies ever made, and it's also a musical. While I'm on the topic of musicals, Sing Street seems up your alley because like School of Rock, it's a fun movie about a group of kids forming a band. Also, the soundtrack is great. I still listen to Drive It Like You Stole It on a regular basis. Speaking of movies with great soundtracks, I think you might like Josie and the Pussycats, which like School of Rock is a comedy from the early 2000s about making music. Wayne's World, like School of Rock, is a comedy with goofy yet lovable protagonists who are passionate about rock music, and both movies are kind of about sticking it to the man in some way. Since I brought up rock music and sticking it to the man, you might also enjoy Empire Records and SLC Punk. Since you like What's Up Doc, I think you'd love Bringing Up Baby. When Peter Bogdanovich found out
Barbra Streisand.
Wanted to work with him, a producer asked him if you were going to make a picture with
Barbra Streisand.
What kind of picture would you do? And he said a screwball comedy, something like Bringing Up Baby, and that's exactly what he did with What's Up Doc. But some other screwball comedies I think you'd enjoy are Sullivan's Travels, It Happened One Night, The Philadelphia Story, His Girl Friday, The Lady Eve, My Man Godfrey, and The Awful Truth. But if you want another screwball comedy from the early 70s, then I think you should check out A New Leaf. I think the closest you're going to get to Stop Making Sense is David Byrne's American Utopia. And since I know someone is going to bring it up in the comments, True Stories was already marked as watch. You already saw a lot of the concert films or musical documentaries and mockumentaries I wanted to recommend, and I always use the word delightful when I talk about Stop Making Sense, so I want to recommend Searching for Sugar Man, which is a documentary about a musician that I've also described as delightful. Speaking of documentaries about musicians, I think you'd enjoy Summer of Soul. Since you like The Apartment, I think you should check out The Shop Around the Corner, which is also a romantic comedy that takes place around the holidays where the protagonists work at the same location. I feel like it's a bit misleading to call The Apartment a romantic comedy because while it does have romance and comedy, it also deals with some serious subjects and has a lot of dramatic moments. So I want to recommend It's a Wonderful Life, which also involves romance and takes place around the holidays, but is more of a drama. But like The Apartment, it's also hopeful. And switching to the complete opposite time of year, this one takes place in July instead of the holidays. But I think you'd like Lonesome because like The Apartment, it's a romantic film set in New York City about a couple of lonely working class people. And for those exact same reasons, I think you might like Marty.